show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast. I am joined by Lauryn Bosstick, the Skinny Confidential herself. I'm so excited. We've been chit-chatting ever since we got back together. I have not seen you in so long, and we have so much catching up to do offline and online, and we're just going to do it all online right now.
Let's do it.
How are you doing?
Congratulations to you.
Congratulations to you.
Thanks.
Couple of pregnant ladies.
A couple of pregnant ladies.
What's so crazy is I was thinking back to the last time we podcasted together, which I believe I was newly pregnant with Harry. So I think I was in my second trimester with my first pregnancy.
Okay.
You must have had your daughter.
Okay. I think you're right. Was that the one where my dad was with us?
No, that was when you came on The Toast, back. I'm just good with years, so don't think I'm creepy. 2018.
I have no idea what
we sat in front of a pink backdrop. Yes. I just know what the year was based on where I was and how skinny I was. So we were that was 2018. We were in The Toast with the pink backdrop. Your dad was there and he's so great. And that was when you hosted The Toast with me, but we did your podcast in 2019.
Okay. And then we also, I was on The Toast again, and I don't know what year that was. I'm sure you would know. I feel like I was on it one more time, right?
Yeah, but I feel like they were close together, and then it's been so long since.
And then you were on our podcast when you were pregnant with Harry.
Yes, and then I was also on your podcast once before that.
And we sang Little Mermaid.
Yeah, and that was back in the day.
You guys have to come back on. After you both given birth. Come back on.
We have to come back on and do a women's health episode. Now that's all Claudia and I talk about are women's health issues.
I bet people love it though. It's your audience
sneezing and peeing. No, that was the topic of conversation today. Yeah, it's true though. I do feel our audience has grown with us and we're all sneezing and peeing right now.
Yeah, you're evolving together.
Yeah, but I think back to the last time we podcasted together and I genuinely feel we were two completely different people.
Yeah, you definitely change when you become a mother, don't you? You have limited capacity for bullshit.
Yes, I feel very direct.
Yes.
Curt. Yes. All of my patience goes to my children. Everyone else gets 0.
So accurate. The patience goes to the children.
Yeah.
But I find, and don't you find that you're more efficient and productive when you have that lack of patience for anyone but your children?
Yes, I do. I feel I'm so much more just driven and focused.
Yes, because you have to squeeze every second out of the orange if you have a moment to yourself. I just had a 3-hour flight, and you better bet your ass I returned 6,000 emails and text messages and fired shots.
Yeah.
Because you don't get that time.
No, you're so good about that. I feel I've read so many things that you've said about batching.
I try.
And stacking.
I
batch and you stack?
I batch and I stack.
I need to walk on the treadmill and answer emails, and I'm going to do neither of those things.
I'm not walking on the treadmill answering emails at this moment right now.
Okay, that makes us all feel better.
Yeah, no. A lot of stuff is happening. And also with Michael's complaints about his back pain right now, I can barely squeeze in a moment for myself.
Right.
But
his back hurts.
Oh, does his back hurt?
I saw he threw his back out, which actually really is painful. No lie, it's such a painful thing to go through.
I mean, it's painful to be pregnant for...
But when your wife is 100 months pregnant, that's more painful.
He is one that likes to show his inner monologue. So I have to hear the whole narration of every single butthole hair.
Oh, he doesn't suffer in silence?
Oh, no.
I'm a silent sufferer. Yeah. And I think everyone around me should thank me for that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit silent. I can sometimes complain to him a little bit, but I'm a pretty silent sufferer. So when he's complaining, I'm just oh my God, this is your whole thought process. It's just a lot.
Oh, that is a lot. I hope he's doing okay. I hope his back is okay.
He's not. He could barely walk me down the street.
At least he can take a muscle relaxer. Would you allow for that in your home?
Let it rip.
Because also you're a crunchy queen now. Non-tox. You are.
Is crunchy non-toxic?
That's what I think of it as. I would say I'm a crunchy mom, but I have goals of being crunchier. You put me to shame.
I feel it's 85% non-toxic and the rest is maybe toxic.
That's good. Because I was going to ask, what are your toxic traits?
Oh.
In terms of...
me as a person?
No, I would never ask you that.
Why?
In terms of
my toxic traits.
Guilty pleasures, what's not organic?
What's not organic? So I use normal makeup.
Okay.
I try to like reach for Lawless because I like the brand, but I do use normal
No,
makeup.
it's hard. Like, I love NARS.
I love NARS. I love NARS. I love like the Lady Gaga makeup. I forgot.
House Labs.
Love that. Like I love normal makeup. I haven't switched there. I also dye my hair pregnant.
Better. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I mean, I'm dyeing my hair. I definitely ordered McDonald's 3 days ago. A cheeseburger, just cheese and meat, happy hour, happy meal, happy hour. Miss happy hour. So I love McDonald's. I don't do it all the time, but I do it, and I'm a slob about it. Like I'll do it in bed. I have a bed tray. Like I have the best bed tray.
Yeah, but we only see it like loaded with like tea.
No, it's not always loaded with
cholesterol.
I'm going to take a picture. Cholesterol. I can eat my own cholesterol right now. I need to. I think like I get so excited. Like I went through the In-N-Out drive-through the other day, and I got so excited that I didn't even have time to capture the moment.
I understand.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. So I need to capture me. I mean, I just don't think people want to see me like stuffing my face with a cheeseburger.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like I know if I like thought about you long enough that like I know that you have things that you do that are probably not like organic or whatever. I don't think you're hiding it from us. You don't seem like someone who's like,
no, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll tell. Like I love, my daughter and I call it slumber party, where we lay in bed in our robes with our bed trays and eat a plowman's lunch. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like a bunch of different like snacks on a plate.
Oh, like a tackle tray, like
everything.
Okay.
Like chips and jelly beans and like cut up like burger, and like we'll both eat our plates, and she'll go on her games. She has like a little game iPad, and then I'll watch my like reality television. So like I have stuff that I do that's like definitely like unproductive.
Okay.
And people should hear, like I can be like a total slob too. Like I will like let the closet get absolutely disgusting, and then I'll get like off on cleaning it up.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Okay, that makes me feel better. That's what I needed to hear.
No, it's definitely not like, it's my house like is not put together all the time, especially my bathroom is a disaster. I'll blow it up to explode it, and then I'll get off on cleaning it up.
Okay. That seriously makes me feel better. No, I'm the same way. Like things like pile up, and some things are looking good and then other things are not.
Yeah, you do. Listen,
It's called balance.
I feel like someone said the other day, they're like, I blend. And I feel like that's a good word, instead of like, we're all trying to balance, but like blending is like, you make it work. You do what you can.
Yeah. I saw a meme once that was like, my room looks like this, messy, so that my house can look like this. And like my house is clean, my kitchen's always clean, because like I'm always cleaning those things. And then the time I get into my room, like I'm not cleaning anymore.
Literally exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. So I mean, crunchy, I don't know. I feel like I'm very specific about the cleaning supplies that I use, because it's made such a big difference. And I'm oddly specific about, you know, when you get in an Uber and there's like a Christmas tree that smells
Like a scented
cherry raspberry.
Yeah.
I can't do that. It bothers me.
Yeah.
And my skincare is a mix, but makeup is fully toxic.
Okay. I love hearing that. I also feel like, you know, brands have made it easier these days for things to be cleaner. You know, everyone wants to be a little clean. So like my skincare, I don't have to like look that hard to.
What do you use for skincare when you're pregnant? Do you do clean?
So I feel like every few months I start something new. I try to be more clean when I'm pregnant, especially with like shampoo and conditioner. Like I'll use like Vega more, but then sometimes I'll throw in, I love my Milbon, you know, I'll treat myself every once in a while. I'm using right now Vanny cream on my face. It's like
I know.
I never heard of it before, but it's like for babies too.
Okay.
And apparently it's just like for sensitive skin.
That's crunchy-ish.
It's accidentally crunchy. I was just having like I get redness. That's like my skin issue where it's like rosacea. And I was having like more redness than usual. I can like live with a certain degree. And I was like, I need something, like I need to scale it back. So I started using this Vanny cream, and it's been great. So I'm going to stick with that. And then I use Rhode in the mornings before my makeup. And that's been working.
Your hair is this color.
My hair is this color.
You're so lucky.
Thank you. I couldn't imagine taking on, like prior in my life, I could have been like, oh yeah, I'll go get my hair done every 6 weeks. Is that what you guys do?
Every 6 weeks.
Now I can barely get my nails done. I got my nails done today, and that was like
that's
big
also something toxic that I feel like it's.
I use Dazzle Dry.
What's Dazzle Dry?
It's cleaner. And that's not even, I started using it before I was clean. It dries faster and it lasts longer. I can't think of one downside. Like I would have invest if I could.
Oh, well, maybe they'll reach out.
Maybe.
So what about your cleaning supplies?
So I use Branch Basics and for like day to day.
And you're crunchy too.
Oh no, I'm crunchy and I would like to be crunchier. Like I feel like slowly but surely. You know what's the next thing that I'm about to swap?
What?
My toilet paper.
Oh, don't worry, I'll send you.
Skinny Confidential toilet paper. I hadn't made that swap yet. I thought that was so brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Lauren has a brand of products, beauty products, and you're also entering our home space.
I'm entering the home space. I feel like there's a Skinny Confidential standard that we have it's not the crunchy-ish. It's like it's ish.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of
ish.
us are ish.
A lot of us are ish.
Or at least like we're on our way. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not like one day I'm just clearing the decks and I'm changing everything. But like I might notice something about something or I might hear something about a chemical and I'm like, oh, well, that's a hormone disruptor and that's in my shampoo. And, you know, I want to be pregnant or I'm like, so it's just every day. It's like small things until you make a big change.
You literally nailed it. That's how I live my life. It's just little refinements. I don't want to overwhelm anyone. But like if I can get a wood cutting board over a plastic one,
yeah,
and you're cutting on it and you're getting all that plastic in your food, it's like such an easy swap.
For sure, except the wood cutting boards are harder to clean because you can't put them in the dishwasher. Like, does anyone want to talk about that? Like, it's seriously, I think I just, at this point, need to get a new one. Like,
just get 10 and have them stuck.
I need disposable.
Have your husband chop some wood outside. Do you know chopping wood's really good for testosterone?
I feel like I don't even need to be a scientist to understand that. Like, that sounds right. I need him to chop me a fresh wood cutting board every day. That's one where it's like, this isn't my favorite.
You know what? My husband can't chop wood because his back hurts too bad. So
that's good. No, my husband wouldn't chop wood.
Can he chop me a couple cutting boards?
I'm asking him to just like water the lawn more frequently because our grass is dying.
Yeah, I'm sure they all have complaints for that.
It just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, you got to install some sprinklers.
I think the sprinklers are poorly installed, but that's a problem for another day.
But you nailed it. It's just little tiny tweaks that you can make. I don't want to overwhelm people. I'm just like, these are the little things that I've done that I think make a big difference. I have this like weird theory that I want my home to be a place where my family detoxes. Everything, it's like bright lights and the smog and the pollution and the, you know, I'm at work and there's Windex everywhere. Like if I can make my home a little bit more of a cleaner space, it makes me feel good for my kids, but also everyone's nervous system.
Yeah.
It's just more relaxing.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's a really nice way to think about it. What's like something that you've done that you feel like makes the biggest difference or a big change like in your environment?
By far, cleaning the air.
Like a purifier.
Yeah. The Jasper, I talk about this all the time, has changed my life.
Do you have one in every room? How does it work?
You don't have to get one in every room. If you're going to start with one, I would get one in your bedroom and like downstairs where it's like communal.
Okay.
And it just cleans the air. And the theory is like we're all so concerned about the water that we drink, but the air we breathe, we're like fish in air.
Yeah.
It's like what fish to an ocean is like us to air. And so it's important that you're thinking about the air because it's so full of so much shit. That one I think is a good one for people who have families.
Yeah, that is a good one. I also feel like even when I'm in the city versus like when I'm in the suburbs, and I like noticed it a lot when I lived here and I'd like leave the city for a weekend, especially when I was pregnant. I'm like, I feel like I could breathe. And then like just living outside of the city now, it's such a noticeable difference, at least for me. Like I used to have worse headaches. I still have them like because I'm a headache girl, but it's just not what it was.
You know, I bet you that your state now in your nervous system is so much more relaxed from when you lived here. I would bet you that.
I think so too. And also just like the environment, like the pace of things, the traffic, like all of those things were just like they have me operating at such a high stress level.
Yes.
And for sure, I don't know if they can run tests, but like your girl has calmed down as much as I can.
It's probably like a change where when you come back here, it like kicks you into a different mode.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like it's hard. It's hard if you're a kid and you grow up here and you've never seen anything different besides this because you just think like cortisol, cortisol, cortisol. Obviously, there's pros about growing up here too.
Yeah. But we did a mix. Like we lived in the suburbs until like I was in high school and then we moved to the city. And so I've always like yearned for the suburbs and I'm such like I've always been like, I'm not a city person, but my sisters are. And I just always knew that about myself. Even when I went to college, I went to like such a remote area and I loved it. calm. Yeah.
That's interesting. And Claude's not like that.
No, she is a city slicker. It's the craziest thing.
She's a city slicker.
She would live here forever.
Is she crunchy at all?
No, but I do think the path to crunchiness like does start in pregnancy and in motherhood. And I even in her pregnancy, like she sends me stuff all the time. She's like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Like she is taking it seriously because like you start to think about stuff like everything like, you know, if you use something when back in the day and it doesn't have like, you don't think about the larger repercussions, but now you start to think about every decision and it just like, then you start looking into it. And it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. And you know what? The ones you really have to watch, you have to watch the daily habits. So like, for instance, toothpaste, that's something to look into. You're putting it in your mouth. Another one is baby wipes.
What do you use?
I use Coterie.
Okay.
I got my blood tested like a year ago and they were like, you're so high in triclosan. And I'm like,
not the triclosan.
What the fuck is triclosan? So I start Googling. It's found in soap. And I'm like, but the soap I use is non-toxic. It's Branch Basics or Symbiotica. So what else is this found in? Come to find out, it is in a huge, famous brand of wipes that everyone uses. And I was using so many wipes.
What is it? Just tell me. No.
Yeah. But what's fucked up about this is that DM me and I'll tell you what it is.
Comment wipes.
Comment wipes. Here's the thing. The reason it's annoying is because the name of the wipes is like manipulative.
Using them the whole time.
I would use 600 a day. That's not sustainable, but I would use you're wiping. I have 2 kids. I'm wiping.
Yeah, everything's wipes.
Everything's wipes. Everything's wipes all day long. Their hands, everything. The wipes have triclosan in them and they don't say it on the package. And I went and did a deep dive.
No, they only say one thing.
Yeah.
They only have one ingredient. One.
It's so conniving. But like that's something you're going to use all day long. It's worth looking into. Like if you're going to use a lip gloss that's like has stuff in it and you only use it a couple times a week, I don't think it's as gnarly to look into as like a toilet paper, a toothpaste, a wipe.
No, that's a really good point. Because sometimes I'll do something and I'm like, well, it was just once.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to sweat it. Yeah. I had a soda or whatever.
Exactly.
But like if I was starting my day every day with it.
Yeah.
It's better to be.
There's nothing better than a McDonald's Diet Coke.
Yeah. No, it's so true. I haven't had McDonald's in a while, but I have had a lot of Diet Coke. And I was eating like Chester's this afternoon.
What's Chester's?
They're like cheesy puffs, almost like Pirate's Booty, but like not even as healthy. Like
I gotta
worse.
try it.
They're really good.
I also really like Flaming Hot Cheetos. That's another toxic trait of mine.
Okay, yeah. That's like what I wanted to know.
Big time.
That just makes me feel better about like my own choices.
Listen, I and when I'm not pregnant, I like tequila.
Yeah, but tequila's like natural.
I like something.
It's plant-based.
Yeah, I guess. I definitely like to. I don't know if balance is the right word, but
blend.
The daily blend. The daily habits are where you should look.
Yeah,
that you're doing every day, all day long.
Okay, I have my homework. Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Hill House Home. Hill House Home is one of my favorite brands that sponsor us at The Toast and also one of my favorite brands, period. They invented the viral nap dress, which has the most flattering and comfortable fit with their signature smocking. So I fell in love with the nap dress a number of times in my life. Like one, just living down in South Florida, like wanting to wear a light dress that's very beautiful. I don't want to sacrifice style because I don't want to wear anything too heavy, but the nap dress is just so perfect for that cottagecore look. And now in my pregnancy, every time I need to dress remotely fancy, I am wearing a nap dress and I'm not even going to think about anything else. One of my favorite things about Hill House dresses is how easy and versatile they are. You could wear the same dress that you'd wear running errands during the day to a party or a nicer occasion. Claudia and I have been so obsessed with their dresses for pregnancy. We have worn them through every single stage of pregnancy. I know she's wearing hers postpartum. I plan to as well. The commitment to comfort and style applies to all categories. They sell amazing bedding, robes, and pajamas. I feel like I'm always caught in my Hill House Home pajamas, and it's such a pargy look. Like, I'm not embarrassed. Their bathrobes and pajamas are so soft, which are perfect for a getting ready moment. And don't forget Hill House Kids. You know we love matching with little ones, and they have the cutest things for kids. They have every single thing that they make is incredibly cute. So get Get 15% off your first order of $100 or more at hillhousehome.com with code TOAST15. Again, that's code TOAST15 for 15% off your first order at hillhousehome.com. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Resort Pass. It is Fridays, and if you are looking to do something so fun this weekend, you have to get on Resort Pass because they grant you access to the best pools, spas, and cabanas at top hotels and resorts with no overnight stay required. Yeah, sometimes we don't need to go to the hotel overnight, but I would like to use the amenities, but they don't let people who aren't guests come through. And that's where Resort Pass said, hold my beer, I'll get you in. And they've done that. They've partnered with 2,000 plus luxury hotels, so there's always a dreamy spot nearby. No membership, no hassle, and passes start at $25. Book a day pass in under 5 minutes and turn an ordinary day into something unforgettable. With 100,000 plus 5-star reviews, they're here to make rest, celebration, and self-care easier than ever. As I said, it's not too late to decide to have the best weekend ever, and I'm kind of influencing myself to do that. Maybe tomorrow will be a resort day pass for us. We don't really have other plans, and I'd like to have an amazing day. Use the pool, use the spa, use the beach access, cabana. Then you also get restaurant service. Oh my God, it sounds amazing already. Like, honestly, I have to end this episode and I have to go. Visit resortpass.com/toast and use code TOAST at checkout for $20 off your first purchase. That's resortpass.com/TOAST, code TOAST for $20 off your first booking at resortpass.com/toast. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Hiya. Hiya are children's vitamins, but typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created a super-powered chewable vitamin. While many children's vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, which is known to contribute to a variety of health issues, Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives. Yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters, and the kids love Hiya. Like, kid tested, kid approved, and mom approved. Hiya, everybody loves Hiya. They fill in the most common gaps in a modern child's diet to provide the full body nourishment our kids need with a yummy taste that they love. They have 15 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, B12, C, zinc, folate, and many others to help support their immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, teeth, bones, and more. It's non-GMO, vegan, and dairy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free, and everything else you can imagine. The kids love Hiya. Claudia always talks about how Michaela goes wild when it's Hiya o'clock at her house because they really just love it so much. It's so tasty for them and it's fun, and the bottle has stickers, and it's just a great experience all around. So the same multivitamin that more than 1 million kids and parents love are now available with Disney's The Lion King, with a new Lion King unboxing experience, including the Lion King bottle and Lion King stickers. Okay, the game has changed. Like, they're about to bounce off the walls for Hiya, and we've worked out a special deal with Hiya for their best-selling children's vitamins. Receive 50% off your first order. To claim this deal, you must go to hiyahealth.com/toast. This deal is not available on their regular website, so go to hiyahealth.com/toast and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults. Speaking of homework, I listen to your podcast a lot. You have a great podcast. You've been podcasting like forever, which is such a big deal in this day and age. Everyone starts one, everyone wants one.
They get to 50.
But no one wants to do one. You've been podcasting for how many years?
I have been podcasting for 9 years. But you podcast 5 days a week.
Yes. No, and I'm not saying what I do is, anything gnarly. Small, but like, you have podcasted for 9 years.
I have.
How many episodes a week are you up to?
We were doing 3, and then it's gone down now to 2. And I think that's fine because it gives it a little air, a little breath. Yeah. We also don't do pop culture every day like you guys do. If we did that, I feel like you guys are like almost like a news station.
Yeah.
Like, I rely on you for my pop culture, celebrity, influencer news. If we were doing that, I think we would need to do more, but ours are more interview-based shows.
Yeah, and very evergreen. And it's definitely changed like throughout, you would hope over 9 years that the show would change, but it's become like very educational and very informative.
I hope so.
I think so. Episodes that I listen to, or even like clips that I see, I'm like, okay.
I hope. Listen, it's a non-judgmental space where we let people's opinions rip. Do I agree with every single person we have on the show? No. But I don't want to go to dinner with a table that I agree with. And I've said this many times. I like having colorful people around me.
Yeah.
I'm very, very into like quirky people and different opinions and not agreeing with everyone. I feel like it makes life fun. So that's kind of what the podcast is.
Yeah. No, and that definitely comes through. And I think that's some of the more interesting conversations because everyone's having conversations now and a lot of people are saying the same thing. So it's like nice when you hear something different, even if it's just enough to like know that you didn't agree with it. It's like you can even like flex, like work that muscle of disagreeing.
It's honestly a sign of intelligence, I think, to be able to sit and not have to fight back with someone you disagree with.
Yeah.
You could just sit in it.
Yeah.
And just be critical thinking on your own.
Yeah. No, it's really true.
I mean,
what's your favorite kind of guest?
I like people who are totally themselves on a mic.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. We just had the medical medium on. He had some wild ideas, but he was so comfortable and confident in himself. And I think that comes through. It's hard when you get someone, and you know this, that is guarded.
Mm-hmm.
They have a PR team. They only want to talk about certain things. They want to keep you in this like maze of like
they just like want to speak without saying anything, and they just want to like run the clock almost.
It's boring.
Yeah.
You're on a mic.
Yeah.
So you have to have the balls, in my opinion, to just be yourself. And the funny thing is the audience, and your audience knows this too, like they can smell it when it's like a PR buy my book situation.
Yeah.
It's boring. Don't you feel the same way?
No, I do. And I also just feel like the act of listening to a podcast is so much like more intentional than it is like even when you're on a TV interview and you're just passing by in the airport or the drugstore and it's like, we're not listening to every single, but if you're putting someone in your ears for an hour, like they owe you at least their authenticity and just to say something worth hearing because it's not so passive. And there's so many things people could listen to and they're choosing to listen to you.
I think that the ones that do the best, the podcast hosts and guests, are the ones that show up and they're not thinking, oh my God, what are all these people going to think of me?
Yeah.
But don't you feel like you like that in real life too? Because for me, like a refreshing person is someone who's like not so guarded and like, I don't know. I want someone, I hate the word real's not right, but just like it's refreshing to just be like raw and candid.
And like to be an individual.
Wow. It's really refreshing to be an individual.
Or to speak with one.
It's literally.
But also to be an individual, it is a nice experience.
It's amazing. And having your own ideas and like not everyone's going to like you and that's okay.
Yeah. No, and like just feeling confident in yourself, like take it or leave it. And I feel like you really have that mentality.
I try.
Have you always, like when you started, do you feel like your mentality about that has changed over time just as you've grown up doing it?
I think when it comes to me and you and Claude, I feel like we were like born to be on a mic. Like I am not born to be modeling on Instagram. Like it's just not my forte. I think that I am most comfortable talking, oversharing. I'm curious. I want to interview people. I want to know what's in their medicine cabinet and what's in their pantry. Like that's just my nature. So a podcast feels very natural. If that's not your nature and you're really good at an Instagram feed or stories or TikTok, like you should double down on where you're really good at. Like you and Claude, like your essence to me is through a mic.
Yeah, no, and I feel for me like long form, like the idea of like saying something like quickly and just, like I like to take my time. I like to like flesh out my ideas, maybe go down that one, say, oh, I didn't like that. I'll go this way, like talk everything through. I feel like some people are like more punchy and they'll like keep it to a minute.
Yes.
When some people just have like a really good eye and it's like they'll make something look like beautiful.
Yes.
That maybe I couldn't do that.
Yes.
So I do think even in like the space of like influencing and creating, like everyone, there are lanes within it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's something really nice about a conversation flowing in the right way. Like, you know, when you have a good guest on.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's just like you can put a piece of hay in your tooth and sit back and relax. And it requires a person who loves to talk and be on a mic and knows how to, I always say it's like a ping pong match.
Yeah.
You know, it's an art.
Yeah.
And it's the art that I like the best.
No, it's true. And you guys have so many guests, but I feel like that also leaves out this variable of like the unknown of what's going to happen in every episode.
Right. You never know.
Do you worry? Like, going into an episode, like, do you get nervous? Like, will there be meat here?
I think it depends. Have I gotten nervous in episodes before? Yes. But also, I think that I just try to show up really, really neutral, like for the guest.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying not to have an agenda. I'm trying to just let them be on stage. I put the guest on stage and I want them to look their best. And I mean, if they mess up on that, like it's not really like a gotcha show.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I'm not trying to like put them in this position where they look bad. I want them to look great.
Yeah.
But sometimes that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
I try to support that.
Yeah. I feel like most of the time that's like what comes through. You're like, oh, they went on Skinny Common. Like you just like, it also airs like, gives them an air of like seriousness in the field at this point.
I hope so.
That's how I see it.
I mean, I'll take it from you.
Yeah. I'm like,
You're
they
a
went
queen
on.
of the mic.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You and Claude. I mean, you guys have no easy feat to be on a mic 5 days a week. I was asking you off air if you guys get sick of each other or if like you don't have a lot to talk about, and you're like, no.
I feel like the fear of running out of things to talk about, I used to have more until there were times where it was like, okay, we'll have nothing to talk about this time. And then we just like go live and it's all there.
Never.
And so now I'm like, no, we actually will not run out of things to talk about. And even moving in some ways was obviously it is hard. Like I miss my girl. But it's been actually great for the show, just having like completely separate lives where every single day we catch up with each other. And therefore like we're catching up with everyone, where we used to have like the same day doing it together. So we're not going to like, recap it for everyone all the time. And now I just feel like everyone's even more a part of our lives because they're like watching us keep up with each other.
Yep. And also when she becomes a mother too.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be so cool to see you guys, like even as like a viewer from an outside perspective of you both. Because I've been a fan for a long time. I feel like how long ago was that episode that we did around the huge table?
That was like 2017.
Okay, so that's a lot of years.
Yeah.
Not great at math. That's
I know that.
8 years or something?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been a fan for a long time, and to see you both become mothers is like crazy.
No, I'm really excited for her. I forget where I said this. I don't know if it was like private or public, but it's like I learned so much from her every day, like in our job, just as creators, like just as a person, like as a friend, as a sister. And I'm so excited to see how she does motherhood and like learn from her.
I think she's going to get a little crunchy.
I think she will too. But
really
I think her take on it is going to be like just refreshing and funny. And I'm excited to like learn from her on this.
What do you think the most overwhelming thing's going to be?
For her?
Yeah.
Oh, the mess. She doesn't like a mess.
Whew.
I think that's going to like rock her.
What's been yours?
I mean, these days it's probably sleep,
Yeah. I have a couple hacks.
In the beginning, it was breastfeeding that like really was hard for me.
It's overwhelming.
It's so hard. And I never thought, I was always like, oh yeah, I'm going to breastfeed. And I never thought about it. And then you give birth and you have to breastfeed and they're like every 3 hours, but it's like every 2.5 because the session is 30 minutes. And it was so painful for me. But like it was so important that I really wanted to do it, and I did do it. Just the first time, it was very, very difficult, and that like was very overwhelming for me.
Okay, I just finished Hilaria Baldwin's book. It just came out. It's called Manual Not Included.
Is she coming on your show?
She's not.
Okay,
but she can if she wants. She has 7 kids.
Yeah,
and she gave this tip about breastfeeding, and I feel like we should like listen to her because she has 7 kids that she's breastfed, and she was doing 2 at once.
Tandem.
Which is
not the tandem.
So gnarly. And she says, and I don't know a ton about breastfeeding, so everyone could tell me in the comments if this is true or not. She says that she would pump every 30 minutes for only 3 minutes.
Okay.
Is that true?
That's a thing. It's like power pumping to like stimulate your boobs to make more milk.
She says that she never ever had to like actually pump for milk.
She was just like stimulating them.
It was all day long because she would stimulate just for 3 minutes. She said it's way more efficient to just do it every 30 minutes for 3 minutes, put it down.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a strategy. What I noticed, and it's hard to compare because the second time is always easier. The first time is the hardest. And then with the second baby, it's easier. Like you have more supply and like you know what you're doing. And so I had a much easier time the second, like it was a dream scenario. No supplementing. I breastfed for like as long as I wanted and then moved on. That's amazing. I would like pump once a day just to like get out any extra and like keep it in the freezer.
And you didn't do like every hour or anything?
Of feeding?
Of like pumping?
No, I only pumped like in the morning just to like make sure I just like was emptied out from the night. Like,
okay. What's the pump that you used?
Spectra, the blue one.
Okay.
What do you use?
I think I fucked so long ago.
But I
got the one that Amanda Hirsch from Not Skinny Not Fat told me to get it. I think it's the one that like is the to-go one.
LV.
I'm gonna text it to you so we can put it in the show notes.
I think it's the LV because that one's great for to-go.
But don't listen to me on
you
breastfeeding.
Just like put it in your things.
Listen to you.
I used it like when I went out, like my first night out.
Okay. You use Spectra.
But if you're like home and you're like charged, Spectra is like super powerful and it was good and I really liked it.
So you only did it in the morning?
With Charlie, yeah. Like I would feed him in the morning and then I would empty out the rest and then feed him throughout the day when he was hungry.
So like every 2.5 hours?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how long do you do it for?
6 months.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that was like my goal. That's how long I did it with Harry. But I also had to supplement a little with Harry because I wasn't producing like as much as I wanted. And it was just like, so I did more supplementing. And then at 6 months, like
What's your favorite formula?
Well, I don't think you're going to like this. Both times I've used Enfamil.
I don't have any judgment about formula. I don't know enough about it.
I don't know.
This is like an area that I don't give advice. I don't know about.
I don't give advice either. I just like, I know there are all these like new wave ones and like some of them like seem so great.
We just had the Bobby founder on and that seems like a really good one.
Right. I've read so much about it. We've like used By Heart before. I've seen Kendamil. I see like really nice ones on the shelf. It's like goat milk, European.
Then you see like, the European ones.
Yeah. I just was like, I want one that's been around a while.
I get that.
You know?
It's really
But I didn't like it. Like I wouldn't be like Enfamil. Like
maybe I'll get a collab. Maybe you should cut that out.
No, I don't think I want a collab because I don't even think I would like it worked for us and I'm like it worked and it was good, but like there's just something like and I think they're like gonna recalibrate the formula industry a little bit because it's just really there's a lot in there.
I mean, I might just buy a goat.
I think you should. Or you'll do raw milk.
Oh yeah, a cow.
Oh, but goat's milk is apparently better. I saw pictures. I became so interested, like fascinated by breastfeeding once I started. I was like, oh my God, like what?
It's crazy.
And I'm like,
it's crazy.
And I feel so like tied back to like women throughout history, you know,
that are churning butter,
or even like, oh my God, a wet nurse goals. Like you get to have a breastfed child and you don't have to do it yourself. But I was like, what did women do who couldn't breastfeed back in the day before there was formula?
Wet nurses, right?
Well, they would either do wet nurses or
a goat.
I saw a historical photo of a child feeding from the teat of a goat.
You know what?
Apparently, goat's milk is most akin to human's milk.
A goat being my wet nurse is jumping the shark.
It's so on brand.
I feel like I've jumped the shark.
Because it's so interesting. Like, what did people like? Formula now has like solved this issue, but like before that, like, what if you didn't have a wet nurse? Like, and some people like can't breastfeed, or it's like they're not making enough. Like, what do you do?
I think you could donor
like
milk.
Pump really.
Donor. Well, I'm sure they had like manual.
Yeah, I'm sure they did too. But isn't it fascinating to think about?
It's out of control. What's so crazy to me is after I gave birth to Zaza, my first daughter, is that like you go through all this with your body and it's so intense and it's every single facet literally of your body basically. And then they're like, okay, breastfeed. And for me, it was like overwhelming. I was like, oh my God, I've just had every facet stretched. And then it's like,
and this is like the worst one yet.
It's like, it's a lot.
Do you ever have a clog?
I've never had a clog.
Oh my God, I was getting so many clogs the first time. But they also say like you get more clogs the more you pump because it's like...
No, I've never had a clog. I've also never had mastitis, which I heard is the most painful thing ever.
But I was getting a clog a week. It was so painful. It would like keep me home from work sometimes. Like it was so...
Can't you have your husband suck it out?
Yeah.
Did he do it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Winner.
But then the science changed in between my two kids. Like literally the science behind clogs changed. They used to think that it was clog, like an actual clog. So you would need to like melt it, like something stuck. So like you would put heat. And then the thinking changed, like literally 6 months later, that it's actually inflammation and you need cold. And so everything that you were doing, like rubbing, like killing yourself, hot showers, was making it worse.
That's really interesting because I remember putting those hot packs on my boobs.
Yeah, but now the thinking is cold.
Well, I feel like you should do like a breastfeeding post. You seem to know like a lot about it.
No, I really got in the weeds with it.
So you need to do cold.
That's what they say.
I might
now.
be texting.
But that's like everything. You know, baby should sleep on the front. Baby should sleep on the back. Like how just the recommendations change
all
over
the time.
All the time. So you really have to do like what feels right for you.
So if you're going to co-sleep, is there a certain side?
Oh, co-sleep, my favorite subject. Not for me. I would just go with like the side that's like more inner to the bed.
Do you put like a round? What are those like round?
Do you
put something in there?
I didn't.
So you just do the baby on a sheet.
Yeah, like just in the
and
crook.
You lay rigor mortis, like you're like
or like
on your
C
back
style, like where you're like cuddled in.
And that's so nice to wake up to.
It is nice to wake up to.
I'm gonna try it. I think
because you know when you like have a sleeping baby and then you put them down finally and then they start crying because you put them down.
Yeah, they want to be in your stomach still.
Yeah, like but when you never put them down, they just will sleep longer. Like then of course, like then we had to like transition to a crib and like that was hard. But it would have been hard if we did it at 1 month or 5 months. So at least like in those early days, like we were getting more sleep.
I just like. I have this really like crazy, this isn't crazy, but like I just wouldn't want any electronics around the baby's head.
Yeah.
Because here's a crunchy mom thing. I'm learning so much about how like the Wi-Fi and the EMF, like babies' heads are obviously softer than adults. And so the EMF like goes into their brain easier.
Interesting.
They have such a soft skull. And listen, don't quote me. Go read about it.
Do you have the thing on the back of your phone?
I do. I have the thing on my phone.
I've been targeted so many times. I've made a cart so many times.
I just like rebought it. I love it.
You love it?
Yeah.
I should get one.
It's a little sticker.
Yeah.
I think, listen, anything that can help helps. My Kindle's on airplane mode, but I just like if I'm co-sleeping, I think I would have to read a hard book. Like, I don't think I would want to read a Kindle.
To pull up your Kindle. Yeah, I probably wasn't even reading at that time.
So you were just asleep, dead. No, you're so tired.
We were actually in the really early, like newborn, like days old stage. We were watching TV. TV.
And that's fine. That's the way.
And that was fine. Yeah.
I just like, I'm like learning so much about the cell phone.
Well, I have a super crunchy friend and we were just like on a girls' night. Like we stayed at a hotel together. So she was like saying how she doesn't sleep with her phone charging on her nightstand, like that. It's awful.
It's awful.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's awful. Don't sleep with that phone. And by the way, I want to say this. 10 years ago, I used to sleep with my phone next to my head.
Yeah.
So this is not judgment. We've all done it. I sleep with my phone now outside of the room on airplane mode.
I saw you just did an interview in The Cut. I was just reading it.
I'm so serious about that. But this is 10 years of figuring it out. It was not something I just woke up with.
Okay.
And I just feel like it's too much on the nervous system. And I don't know. We just don't know enough about it to be sleeping next to your head.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not the expert.
I should have brought a pad and paper to write down all my takeaways from today. This is like my homework.
I don't know why I'm thinking a lot about
I really
the
came
phone
here to like pick your brain. I feel like so often I'm like looking for a prod or like just like, oh, what should I use for like this in pregnancy? Even like prenatals. And I'm like, well, what does Lauryn use? And I like literally stalked your Instagram and used Ritual.
I think Ritual is just like simple and it just gets the job done. And it's like, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
That's overwhelming too. The prenatal.
Yeah.
It's all overwhelming though.
It is.
Yeah. Every single person has the intention to do their best for their child. This is what I've learned. So if they're giving their child something that's perceived as like bad, there's an intention usually there that's good. So we're all trying to do our best.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No, it's not. But you gotta, I mean, it's just like, there's no choice. Like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna think about
with school too, like it's impossible. It's like, is it private? Is it public? Is it homeschool? Is it this? Is it that? Do you want them on screens all the time or do you want them in an entrepreneurial school? It's on it. Like, it's just, it's not easy.
Yeah. It's a lot of different choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's one right way. There's a lot of different ways to skin a cat.
And every child is different.
They're all different.
They like need different things.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you just got to really pick and choose, but there's not a perfect option.
Yeah.
I think you sacrifice in any area.
Yeah.
But the phone thing, I've been thinking a lot about where it's going next. I know that's like very weird, but like, I don't want to like be put, you know how when you're carrying your baby and it's like right.
Yeah. Or like they're sleeping and it's like right here.
It's too much. I want it away.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like just something that is happening this pregnancy.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's a gut feeling.
Yeah.
And then you just listen to it. Is probably best.
And don't you feel like when you're done with work, like you just want to put your phone away because you've been on it all day?
Yeah. Or sometimes I'm just like on it for a long time and I'm like, I have to get off of this thing. I keep finding myself going back to the same apps. Like there's nothing there for me. And I don't even have TikTok. So I'm not even like doom scrolling. I'm just like going back and forth on Instagram. And it's like, it's enough. There's literally nothing on there is worth my time at the moment. I've seen it all.
Don't you feel better when you're off it?
Yeah. Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Taylor Farms. My life is brought to you by Taylor Farms. My lunch break is brought to you by Taylor Farms. And if you don't know what Taylor Farms is yet or you haven't tried it, wake up. It's time to change the game. Stop chopping lettuce, washing lettuce, pulling out 1 million ingredients, using half an onion, leaving the rest in the fridge only for it to go bad and you throw it away. Like those days are over because Taylor Farms is here to save the day. So Taylor Farms are pre-made chopped salad kits that come in a bag. Typically, lettuce in a bag has gotten a bad rap and it has thoroughly earned that bad rap. But Taylor Farms is rebranding lettuce in a bag. It is so fresh. It is so tasty. The combinations of flavors that they have are so original and pargy. My favorites, everyone knows Mediterranean Crunch, Caesar, Mexican street corn, green goddess, sweet kale. So good. I could go on. I actually haven't encountered one that I was like, not my favorite. Every single one that I get, I love. They're so great for a commuter, lunch on the go, working girl. Also, if you're hosting a dinner party and you've already worked so hard preparing all the food and now you have to chop a salad? I don't think so. I don't think that now you have to chop a salad. I think now you're going to take your Taylor Farms bag, you're going to pour it into the bowl and it's going to be pargy. And whether or not people know that it's Taylor Farms, either way, they'll be impressed. Like, oh, if they don't know it's Taylor Farms, they'll be like, oh my God, you chopped all this for me. Thank you. And if they do know that it's Taylor Farms, they're going to be like, oh, she's in tune with what's necessary. So grab a Taylor Farms chopped salad kit and get your salad together. They are available at all major grocery stores and they are like seriously changing lives. Thank you, Taylor Farms. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Opill, the first over-the-counter daily birth control pill available in the U.S. Let's be real, getting a prescription for birth control isn't always easy. In fact, about 1/3 of women face barriers to accessing prescription birth control. But now Opill is empowering women by putting birth control in our control, making it easy and accessible for all women. Opill is a daily birth control pill that's FDA approved, full prescription strength, and estrogen free. Not to mention it's 98% effective when used as directed, making it the most effective OTC birth control available. Opill is also safe for most people and can even be used by breastfeeding mamas. The best part is that there's no prescription or doctor's appointment needed. You can buy Opill online and at most major retailers. Opill is birth control in your control, and you can use code TOAST for 25% off your first month at Opill at opill.com. That's code TOAST at OPILL.com. Check out Opill to see if it is right for you. Do not use Opill if you have or ever had breast cancer. See Opill label for a list of warnings. Opill is birth control in your control, and you can use code TOAST for 25% off your first month at Opill at opill.com. That's code TOAST at OPILL.com.
You did not tell me that you don't go on TikTok. I don't either.
You don't either?
No,
I wouldn't know. Neither of us would know because we're not on TikTok.
Well, I'm on TikTok.
Like you have a brand, like, but your team runs it.
I send my team what I want to post in the caption. So I will micromanage the content and send it to them. But
that's perfect.
I don't go on there. This whole pregnancy.
I have not been on TikTok I haven't had a TikTok in years for a bunch of different reasons. Like, I don't know when I first deleted it from my phone. Maybe like the first like privacy scare issue where it's like they're spying on us. And I was like, oh, okay, bye. And then it like comes in and out. That's not like the whole reason anymore, even though like, yeah, don't spy on me. But I just realized for my mental health, like I already spend a lot of time on my phone. I work on my phone. Like I don't need to increase my screen time by 1 minute. And if I'm on TikTok, it will be by 5 hours. Like there's nothing there for me. And I find people like get so in the weeds about like these minor dramas from TikTok. I'm like, well, if you come out of your phone for a moment, like that doesn't exist. I've never heard of that.
TikTok feels like the Daily Mail. It's a bunch of stuff that I don't, like you just said, don't know that I need to know. I feel
you don't need.
I don't need to know. But also, The second I got pregnant and I went on there, I'm really big on like listening to my intuition. And there was something that was like, it was very like low vibration. It didn't feel like, it didn't feel good.
No, it's not making you better.
No. And I know you, like, I would be like programming in my phone and be like, Louise, hey, affirmations, or like trying to get like stuff that I wanted. But still, you just see a bunch of shit that you don't need to see.
Yeah.
I feel like.
No, and I feel like the overall goal of TikTok is not to make us better people, more informed, smarter, like interesting people. It's to make us like lazier and stupider. And I'm not falling for it.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about it that doesn't feel uplifting.
I wouldn't say it's uplifting. I think that's a great way to put it.
No. And also like my friend has a great rule. He only goes on TikTok when he's on the Stairmaster. And he's on the Stairmaster
so he's like earning it.
Yeah, so he's earning it. And I think he does the Stairmaster like twice a week for 30 minutes. And that's his TikTok. And if you can create boundaries around it, great.
That's good. The endorphins outweigh the low vibrations.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll feel different after I'm pregnant, but as of this moment, I can't do it.
No, I feel like that feels right. But it's good that your business is that like you yourself are still posting on it. So you're like in the mix.
I'm in the mix. I'm at the party, but I'm not at the party.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's the best way to do it. Cause like it is good for business.
Yeah. I mean,
we have a toast pod and we've gone viral apparently.
Many times, I'm sure.
Because people clips, and that's like been good for the show and people hear about the show. Great. I don't want it on my phone.
Well, when I was a little girl, my dad used to tell me, don't read your own press clippings. And the problem with TikTok is when you get in those comments, you're reading your own press clippings. And I am not just talking about negative comments. I'm also talking about comments that suck your ass.
I completely agree. I always say this. I have my DMs turned off, like my auto response. Like you can't just reply to my stories. And it's not even for the haters, which of course I don't want to see you and I don't want to know you. But it's also like, I don't want like so much immediate like positive affirmation. Like, oh, you look so like, I don't want that all in my head. It's like not a human, like it's just not a, like we're not designed to process all of that.
I agree.
And I also don't want to post something to my story and then be like, well, no one's saying that I look so great.
I agree.
And I don't want to measure myself in any way by that, positively or negatively. And it's like, this is me. You can go to my page and like send me a message if you want, but you can't just like respond to all my stories with like your initial thoughts.
It feels reactive.
Yeah.
I think that I might do that too. It is not healthy to get excessive praise or excessive hate.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to go into this era as a society, I'm assuming in like the next 3 to 5 years, where people are going to have such purposeful boundaries around the phone. I really think that the pendulum's going to swing and like people are going to do exactly what you're saying. They're turning off things. They're setting up guardrails, notifications. The fact that like you can just text someone and you expect a response in 2 minutes is wild.
You won't get one from me.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm so sorry I didn't see this 6 months ago.
No, that's classic me. I'll wake up in the night. I'm like, fuck. They texted me 3 weeks ago and I forgot to answer. And
just like, so you know, you could literally text me a year later and anyone out there, I will never be mad.
Okay,
ever.
That's good to know.
I am not like, and if
people take it so personally and like, I know it's so offensive. Like I don't think
it's offensive at all.
Just like, I saw your text. It came to me at a time when I couldn't respond. I left it open and then I forgot about it.
I'm living my life. I mean, I don't understand. I am literally living my real life and being present with my children. And it's nothing personal. And I don't expect it back from you when I send it right away. And if you miss something and you miss an event, you do what you can do.
Yeah. No, like the mental like battery that it takes for me to respond to a text message is a lot. I think it's like more than the average. Like it takes everything from me. Like it's so hard. Or like even on like my birthday when I have so many birthday messages.
I literally just thought, okay, so it's Mother's Day yesterday.
Like that's
and
what I don't want to complain about Mother's Day.
I'm like, thank you. And then my birthday's 2 weeks later.
Oh my God.
I'm like sweating.
I have to like leave them all unopened or else I will not respond to every single one. And then they're just like unopened for hours. And then I'm like, sit down and I'm like, thank you. But you want to like be like, not, like, hey, how are you? Happy Mother's Day to you. How's your day? What'd you guys do?
The worst is when it's like, happy birthday. Like it's someone you haven't talked to in like years, like someone from high school or something. Happy birthday. And then it's like, how are you? And I'm like, oh.
No, it's a trap. I find it so difficult, and I don't know what that says about me or like why I am this way.
It's too much.
My husband's the exact opposite when he's like, why can't you just answer a text message? Like you're literally sitting in the car.
I don't even answer Michael.
Oh yeah. No, I don't. I mean, I love a voice note, but I can only do it to like super close people. You know, that solves some of my problems.
You know what has solved a lot of my problems? 2 things. Voicing the text.
Talk to text.
I talk to text all day long.
Too.
That's how I run my whole business.
So formal. Like confirming receipt. We'll be back to you soon.
It's my assistant is printing out all my voice to text notes for like the funny ones for my birthday, she said. And there's so many things that are wrong because your voice to text.
Yeah.
That's really good. But I also got a keyboard. This is how much I hate texting. I got a keyboard and you put the phone in the keyboard. And you type on the phone back. So I go to the foot spa with the keyboard and I respond for an hour to as many texts as I can on the keyboard. Because I cannot be typing little.
There's something about it. Like it actually, my cortisol, right? That's what it is. Cortisol.
I don't expect a text back either.
Yeah. No, it's like I didn't send you a text so that you had to respond to me. I just sent it so that you would receive what I'm saying.
Yes. And also like, if someone wants to spike my cortisol to 6,000, say following up.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, fuck, I'm a piece of shit.
Following up is really like condescending energy.
It is.
And it makes me feel like...
Kindly following up. What if it's kind, though? Still hurts.
I almost would rather just do like, let me know.
Or just like pretend like you never asked and ask again. Be like, hey.
Or like, no worries if you can't do it, but just let me know. Is fine.
Yeah.
But the following up, I'm like sweating with hives.
Yeah, no, that's really rough. Oh my God, I'm cracking up. Well, before I let you go, I just want to talk some business because we didn't even talk about half your stuff because we got into the weeds. The Skinny Confidential business, I saw that you have a new product launching.
We do have a new product coming out in a couple months.
But what do you have? You have so many things. It all started with the ice roller.
The ice roller is really like the iconic, like cult classic because I really think we reiterated on it to make it better and prettier, which is what we try to do. And from there, it's gone into like a travel roller and a dry brush.
The balls. I like the balls.
The balls grip your face. Like it's so funny because on your podcast before we had the product line, we talk so much about lymphatic drainage.
No, that was like your thing. It was like the most natural product an influencer could have come out with. It's like you
so doing
ice rolling.
It's so natural. I think your audience, I think it was your audience, I'm almost positive, thought that I would name my firstborn Lymphatic Bosstick.
That's so funny. That I feel like they would. I remember the conversation completely because everything that I was asking, you were like lymphatic drainage. I'm like, what do you do for hangovers? You're like lymphatic drainage. Like
I still do it.
Everything.
Pregnancy phase. Lymphatic drainage.
I know. I try and like when I do my moisturizers in the morning to like put them on and like ever since I don't like go up, I only go down.
I love it. So you go up on the face and down.
Yeah, and then like down the neck, and you can feel it, like you can taste it when it's draining.
Yeah, it's like almost gross, but it's like puffiness.
No, yeah, you're doing what you need to do.
Yeah, so I just think our goal is to make things prettier and better and really tap into your daily habits. Like that's what it is.
Yeah. It's
not like a skincare brand. It's like more just like daily habits and making them better.
Yeah. No. And so now you have toilet paper.
And now we have toilet paper. And I'm so oddly passionate about this because I learned so much about toilet paper as a mom. It has formaldehyde, chlorine, all these different things. And we're wiping our most intimate areas with hormone disruptors and endocrine disruptors. And to me, I'm like, wait, I can make this better and prettier. And also like toilet paper is so boring to get in the mail. Like, let's disrupt that. Let's make it pretty. I'm going to send you some.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to ask, but I really need some.
Oh my God, I'll send you some. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you so much. And then I also saw it because you just gave a great interview to The Cut that you're writing another book.
I'm writing another book.
What's this one?
So the book, I have not announced what it's about, but it's going to be something that is like random. Like
it's not like your other books?
No, it won't be like the other books.
Okay.
I want this to be like the book.
Okay, I'm really excited.
Like it's something that I've been mulling over.
You're the book girl. We were just talking about books.
I am not.
You read so much. I think you read more than me. Like, because you.
Oh, reading. I do read. I do read.
How much do you read?
I probably read for an hour a day. I love reading.
Do you have like a reading time or you just like fit it in where you can?
That's what my text should say. I'm so sorry I'm reading.
It's my reading time.
It's my reading time.
Yeah.
I read when my kids go to bed for an hour and if I wake up early.
Okay.
So if I wake up at
before
6,
your kids, that's like a life hack that I haven't unlocked.
Sometimes. Like, I'm not perfect at it. Like, sometimes I'll wake up after my kids. I don't have an alarm, so I just wake up when I wake up.
Oh, that's nice. But you're a natural early riser?
If I'm not hungover. If I'm hungover, I could wake up at 8:30.
Right.
If I'm not hungover, I'll wake up. If I'm not hungover, which obviously I'm not hungover.
Right.
I'll wake up at like 6:45, 7, naturally. But I'm in bed at 8:30. So when people are like, how do you read? Well, I'm in bed at 8:30 and I'm probably reading from 8:45 to 9:45.
Do you watch TV?
I don't watch TV in the room because if you watch TV, you stay up later.
But so do you watch any TV in your life?
I watch TV all the time, but only during the day.
Okay.
I love Housewives.
I need to do that too. We watch TV like for the show. Not that I don't like watch other stuff.
Research.
But we just got screeners recently.
Huh.
And Claudia now watches them in the middle of the day.
What's a screener?
Like early. Because we watch like reality TV, so now we get like screeners, so they send it to us like a day early.
I would love a screener for Summer
We
House.
fought so hard for screeners.
How do I get a screener?
Now we don't have to watch live, but it's like if I want to watch What Happens Live, then I do have to stay up till 10. But I'll be okay. I'm better off reading.
I thought you meant like you have someone who's watching the TV and giving you notes.
Think so highly of us.
Yeah.
No, we just can watch it earlier in the day, so we don't have to like stay up for it.
So that's your job.
Yeah.
You don't have time to watch TikTok. You're screening.
Right.
Yeah. So
and I want to read.
I would try to watch the TV during the day. Because the problem is if you watch TV at night, like I'm going to tell you right now, if I watch TV at night or look at my phone after 8:30, I'm fucked. I'm not asleep.
Do you have a landline?
No, I'd love a landline.
What if someone like needs you after 8:30?
Too bad. If everyone's murdered, we're going to have to figure it out.
Okay.
I'm offline at 8:30.
For me, I'm like, well, the solution to that is a landline. And
Call
like,
a friend.
Do that.
It ain't me. I'm rigor mortis at 8:30.
Does Michael keep his phone on?
He doesn't. He's not allowed to keep it. We've had this is like our biggest fight.
Okay. Tell me.
He's not allowed to keep it in the bed. There's no phone in the bed. Our bedroom is for fucking and sleeping and reading. Like there's no phone. And when he gets that phone out, you should see my energy. I'm like, no, like the bed is not for the phone. So if he wants to be on his phone, he can go out in another room. And as far as watching TV, he has a mini iPad and I swear to God, this fun fact, he goes under a Barefoot Dreams blanket and has to watch it under a blanket.
Oh my God. That's so fun. Like it's like a child.
Yeah, I'm like this is like the phone. I'm just done with it.
Do you have a TV in your bedroom?
No.
Well, there you go.
That eliminates it.
Yeah.
But I watch TV.
Okay.
I love TV.
No. I'm learning so much.
I know all the shows.
Does Michael's phone stay on and in the room when you guys sleep?
It's on airplane mode on the charger across the room.
Okay.
So no one can get hold of it.
No, because I'm like, sometimes on some of the holidays, like I'll turn my phone off, but I'm like, well, Zach's phone is on. So if you need me, like you can reach me via him.
Maybe we should get landlines.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's always like something like, oh, I'm going to do that.
Well, if you're worried about, you have 4 sisters, you have a big family. Why don't you just get a landline?
I know I will. Claudia has one.
But like, don't call it. Like,
no
one should call it.
Do not call me. Do not come. It's for an emergency use only. But what if I start getting like spam calls in the night? Oh my God, I'll lose my mind. Maybe not.
Change the number.
Perhaps not.
No, just, listen, we all got to figure it out.
I know.
We all got to figure
Send me
it out.
a letter.
Carrier pigeon. I don't know. Like, or call me in the morning.
Yeah.
We all got to figure it out. What is anyone going to do anyway?
I know. It's so true. What can I do for you? Like, what could I do?
You're in Florida. Like,
I can barely drive. Like,
when I'm this pregnant, what am I going to do? You want me to roll on down? I'm done. Like, at 8:30, like, the show is over. The mouth tape is on. The Kindle is out. The red light. Like, it's over.
What kind of car do you drive?
You have to cut it out.
Cut out the car?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Why?
Because I don't know. It feels like, I don't know.
What is it? A crazy
braggy.
car?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel a Bentley.
Sweet.
I don't know.
Go off. Is it a good mom car?
Amazing. It's the best car ever. I'll tell you why it's the best car. You can leave this part in. It's the best car because I am like an old person. I feel like you have a little old person in you, Florida.
A lot of old person, yeah. And my shoes.
Exactly. Like it's like you like the old, and this car is designed for an old person. And so
it's like a sedan. It's a sedan size. It's not an SUV.
It's the set 5 seats. So I think it's a sedan. It's not like an SUV.
It's not tall.
No.
Okay.
I don't like an SUV.
Okay.
I'm just not a good driver at all.
No, same. I learned how to drive 2 years ago.
So then that's why you would like this car, because it reminds me of Mr. Magoo putzing around. Like, I don't go fast. It's
that's so cool.
I call it the leisure car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of car does your husband drive?
Bentley.
Another low?
But he drives the convertible.
Oh, but you guys don't have an SUV?
No. Maybe we'll have to get one.
I know.
He wants to get a truck.
Yeah, that's cool. I could see that for him. And then that would like solve the like SUV bucket, because I feel like, how do you have 3 kids and then you don't have an SUV? But like, there you are.
I guess, I guess a truck.
Yeah,
a truck. But like, am I really going to be
gonna get
like a huge, just one of those like
F-150, whatever?
I don't even. Not an. I think it's a Ford.
A Ford. That's F-150.
Yeah, it's a big. He wants a big.
Yeah. I think my neighbor has it.
I'm not I had an Escalade for a long time, and I did not like it because I felt like an Uber driver.
That's funny. And you had an Escalade before you had kids, right?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
And then you became a mom, and
I wouldn't recommend. Well, I don't know how to drive. That's not a good car for me.
No, that's not a good car.
No, it's like it's too much car. It felt like I had like a huge BBL every time I'm pulling out. It's too much. I just like a car that
you can control. That feels like it's in your grasp.
That I never want to. I'm under the speed limit by 20 every time people are honking at me. I just want to just putz around.
Yeah.
So that's
Do you drive on the highway?
Yeah, but it's real slow.
Okay.
Like it's 60.
Yeah. Same. When I do.
Yeah. If I have to.
If I do.
And by the way, I would prefer to be driven.
Yeah, of course.
Always.
Of course. That's next level success.
Not even driven like by a chauffeur, like by my husband. Like I'm not getting in the car and being like, I'm like very submissive like that.
I saw a funny video once, and it was like a guy being like, if you're a man and like you're in the car with your wife and she's driving, like, what are you doing? What are you, just like passengering?
Wait, say it again.
Like, why is a man ever driving? Why is the woman ever driving when you're with your husband?
Some women like to drive, right?
I guess, but I don't think so. I don't think anyone likes to drive more than their husband.
I'm not.
And I feel like the more I talk to women, we all hate driving and we're all terrible at it.
I'm also like weirdly scared of it. Like, it's just like, it feels overwhelming. Like, you want me to drive this like huge thing? Like, so I'm just not good at some things. And that's like, I'm just not good at it.
No, you're seriously like making me feel so validated.
I just got like,
I just really learned how, and I'm like comfortable now.
I feel like you'd be great in a Bentley.
I know. I love my Tesla.
Okay, I like a Tesla too. Those are adorable.
I've been loving my Tesla. Really works for me, but now I have to try out.
You know, you can't sit in the car when that's charging.
I know, and we don't.
Okay.
Yeah, the EMF. I know. Okay. People are like, the EMF's in your Tesla. I'm like, it's only when it's charging and we're not in it.
As long as you're out of the car.
We don't go far enough that we have to supercharge on the road.
You make your husband charge it too. Oh,
it charges in my garage overnight.
You know another thing I don't do?
But not even every day, because I don't drive it that much.
Gas.
Well, that's
I don't go to the gas station. I do not go to the gas station. And when I say I do not go to the gas station, I have ran out of gas 15 times this year.
On the road?
15 times on the freeway, on the road, in the bad area. My assistant has to come bring me gas, ask her 15 times.
But your husband is responsible for filling it up? Because that sounds like he did something wrong.
Is the point of having a husband?
Yeah, I can't imagine taking on the burden of a gas guzzling car and having to go to get gas. I can't, like I said, get my nails done. Like, I don't want to go to the gas station.
No,
you need electric.
I can be dominant in my business. At home, you can get the gas. No, thank you. I don't want to do that. You can drive. Like, yeah. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the gas.
No, and nor should you.
I don't think I should either.
That is so funny. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your time. We are so happy for you here at Toast HQ.
Thank you.
We're excited for everything that you have to come. Where can everyone follow you and keep up with you?
At Lauryn Bosstick. And you guys are crushing it. It's so amazing to have you guys as a part of the Dear Media family. We love it so much.
We really do.
It's one of my favorite podcasts by far.
Thank you.
You guys do such a good job.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting me on.
That means a lot coming from you. Thank you so much.
And it's crazy that the next time you have to come on our podcast next. The next time we will have 3 children.
Yes. So good. And we'll talk all about that and see how crunchy that made us.
Don't get an Escalade.
Don't get an Escalade.
Don't.
Get a Bentley. Don't fill it up with gas. Thank you guys so much for listening to The Toast. We will see you on the next one. Love ya. Bye.